Howdy do, everyone. We're back for number 1 of May. There's gonna be, I don't know how many, because the rest of them shipped in the last month, so we'll probably get at least 1 or 2 this month, but this is our first one right out of that vending machine container. We got exactly a week. It's Wednesday, so yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna climb into this one yet. We'll see in just a sec. Still dealing with my bruised rib injury from the last container. It did start getting better yesterday, but it's probably not a good idea to push it. We'll see. I think, again, most of the things in here were kind of short, so it shouldn't have been too bad or anything, but yeah, it's looking like an easy enough one, so I'll probably still climb on in. So this one is basically, I think, 95% unsold. There's 3 or 4 things that are pending getting offered up or whatever, or someone taking them. But for the most part, this was a container that was being prepared to ship to keep them happy, keep things moving, and on a regular schedule. These are the first that are getting tariffed, and but yeah, no, this was the last one that we really had to, or the first one, last one from them that we really had to move before we were able to do any kind of pause. Last month's, unfortunately, were not it, where I could stop and breathe, but yeah, so again, almost nothing on here is really a priority for shipping out or for our inventory or anything like that. But yeah, so we'll get the dock down here. Yeah, I'll probably climb on in. Perfect. All right. Yeah, no, that could not be better. All right, let me grab this light. I'm gonna hop on in. And get to the back. This, like I said, looks to be pretty easy, so I'm not too worried. My injury, like I said yesterday, is finally getting better. So, yeah, on the end here, we have a junk U-beat. I think both of them are junk. Both have like bad monitors, other issues that are just no-go. Interesting, this one is 220 volt. We've gotten stuff from Hong Kong from them before. This might be another one that's definitely going to be something we're going to need to check before we plug it in. Going back, we've got a couple big things on this one, unfortunately. But we'll do what we can. Not sure what's in the boxes. If it's anything interesting, we'll take a look later. But it's probably parts for something. I don't remember too much from the manifest. We've got the DDR pads here. We've got the red DDR here. It's a Supernova 2. Looks to be in great actual kind of shape with the pops and everything. Little tears and whatnot, but that's pretty hot. One of the seats for tank. There's the tank there. The other seat, a Sonic Blast Heroes. There's 4 Vulix Diamonds, or Vulix FCs. 1 of our Densha compacts. They packed the monitors in the seat well there. That's new. Usually they're boxing and setting them up in the seat or separating them. That's actually super convenient. I like that. 2 Coctariums here on the end. You can see actually there's a crack in the acrylic on that there. There's 2 Noirs. Okay, let's see here. So this is a cute one. This is an Ichiban Kuji down here. It's like, if you remember those like money kiosk things where it blows the money around and shit. You've got that sucker there. But it's like that, but with little light tickets, I think. It was a cute machine that we had seen in the warehouse And I was like, yeah, I'd be interested in that. We've got 2 card vendors. I think they're both here. One is I think it was a Ban, I don't want to say Ban Presto or a Ban Namco. The other is a Konami. We've got some Starwing Paradox parts here. Pac-Man Hammer Match. I had mentioned before, if anyone remembers, it's really hard to get. We had originally been told it was something that couldn't be purchased. It was like a rental-only game or something, but apparently not, as they've managed to get us a second one, which is nice because we had to sell our first. One junk sound Voltex. I believe it has an aftermarket monitor, and you can actually see from the frame there, and the PCB doesn't work. So that's something we'll be piecing together. Our Punch Mania, we've been putting off shipping this for a long time because this is a cab for us. This one's really nice. I think it's a Punch Mania too. I don't remember exactly, but we have one that works, but this one is considerably nicer, and having a second on hand is pretty good. The 2 Starwing Paradoxes are along the side here. Got a Pop-In HD. I think this is our 3rd one. Since the whole thing of it being difficult, this one will either end up being our show cab, or if someone wants to buy it, unfortunately, we'll have to let it go. But we'll finally have our show cab replaced. We had sold our show cab about a year ago, maybe, out of like severe financial necessity. But yeah, let's go a little bit farther back here. Okay. So we've got a Pokemon Korok that's going to be the worst to unload, which is good because it's going to be the last thing off, just so that we don't have to work around it. It is an absolute tank. You can see it just takes up a huge chunk of space on its own. The other U-Beat, the seats for the Starwings. A Wani Wani Panic here. I think that's the last of our Wani Wani Panics that we had ordered a long time ago. And yeah, actually just on the thing about like that we've been shipping, what's it called? We had to ship this one to keep things moving. A lot of the little things, every container we try to get at least like 2 or 3 of the older games that we've had on order for years at this point, to keep them moving so that they're happy and stuff doesn't move too much. I bet you, now that I think about it, those boxes might be more parts for Space Invaders Frenzy, because I'm sure there's a lot of panels. I don't think that's everything, so, and I might check with them, or obviously I'll pop those boxes open or something. And then here at the end, we've got 10 more Capsule Station 6s. I think that's all that was left, what wasn't able to ship. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the whole container. This is an easy one to get in and out of, so it's not a problem for me to hop back despite my injury. Come on over here. One thing about the Space Invaders Frenzy is the Japanese version is an actual proper game. It's not designed to rip you off for tickets. You can actually play it and whatnot, so apparently it's a little more desirable because of that. But yeah, we picked that up. We wanted to give it a try. I've heard it's a pain in the ass to set up and tear down all the time, so it may not be something necessarily that goes to shows, but it was definitely a good pickup, and maybe we'll find someone that's looking for something good like that. But yeah, I think that's it. And unless, I'm pretty sure those are going to be parts for it. I'm going to check them. If they're anything interesting, at the end of the video, I'll tag on a little something, or I'll add it, or you can check it in the container box opening video, the next one, if those are interesting. But yeah, for now, I'm going to hop on out and get this unloaded. We want to take a short day today for once and rest, so get it all over with. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll be back. It's going to be, I think, 2 weeks minimum until we get another container, so we'll get this out, and yeah, hopefully have an easier week or two coming up. Thanks for watching, take care, and we will see you next time.